Okay. One more episode. Why couldn't I access my thingamabob before? That was interesting. Okay. Nope. Sorry, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, of course that didn't fully... I don't know why I have the survival... I mean, I know why I have the survival thing, because it does interest me, but... I don't need it right now. Okay. So... How's it going? Yeah, dude, I don't know. I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know. I want to be like, hey, life sucks. I hope everyone's doing okay. I do hope everybody is doing okay. It's time, it is times like these that as of recording that I find myself in, that I'm like, things are rough. You just gotta power on through. Even though it can be difficult. For a lot of reasons, but like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. What is this? Science outpost? Okay. You know what? I'll just avoid it. Whatever. Jeez. You know, I do kind of wonder. So I was doing the RoboCop. I was playing RoboCop Rogue City, and I'm just thinking about like what I want to have as a cyberpunk, my cyberpunk red campaign. And I guess like, I don't know, I need to like, I have an idea of, like, I want to do a one-shot, and I still do want to do a one-shot with a bunch of people and be like, hey, this is what this game is. Do we want to do it? If people honestly are like, no, I don't want to do this, then that's okay. I still want to have a cyberpunk-esque story, and I do have a Rylu Rolls YouTube channel. And it, like, I do want to do tabletop stuff. That is a thing that I'm definitely open to doing and wanting to do, but, you know, and I've got my whole system that I want to do as well, right? And I don't know if I want to do it exclusively cyberpunk, but definitely have a cyberpunk-esque theme going throughout at least part of a campaign. And maybe at its core have like some elements of cyberpunk, but not necessarily the vibes, you know? But that's another thing entirely. What was I gonna say? Not too much to say, I suppose. I do wonder, at the end of the day, you know, there's a lot of technology that, when we get into cyberpunk, like, there's a lot of stuff that cyberpunk and science fiction gets stuff wrong all the time in terms of like predicting technology and where technology is going to be in the future. And it's like, you know, you just have like sometimes it's like the Star Trek communication devices where it's like, no, we don't have just a really tiny, you know, communication device. We could, if we really, really wanted to, yes, we could absolutely make a phone that had all the applications of a phone, of just a mini computer that could, you know, act as a, you know, personal electronic device, you know, for probably 90% of what people need, and, you know, a camera that can do 90% of what people want to do, you know, that kind of a thing. But then also, you know, there's stuff that, well, I don't know. I mean, obviously there's stuff that's like, yeah, this is so far-flung that there's no way this kind of a thing is going to happen. Hover cars. I mean, you know, maybe there's some realities of that that's like, then there's a reason, like, why some of these things don't exist, like, helicopters are just hover cars. And I don't know, I do believe that, because, yeah, that is, at the end of the day, kind of true. But, yeah, and I mean, like, sometimes there are things where, like, I don't know, because, like, nanomachines exist in real life today. And like cyberpunk, I don't know how accurate cyberpunk was on nanomachines. I know that nanomachines exist in Cyberpunk Red, but I think frankly because they exist now, and so like the idea that they would exist if they didn't exist in Cyberpunk's, you know, in Cyberpunk Red's 2045 near future, then yeah, it's a whole thing. But one thing that Cyberpunk did not get right was drones. Watch Dogs Legion, I think, is like really good with drones. I don't know if there's any combat drones. I'm pretty sure there are. But like, yeah, like drones, I imagine drones and robots and all that, I imagine has to be a huge fucking part of whatever future thing has to do. You know what? I will say, and I think this will be my last thing for tonight, because I do have to edit the first video. The magnetosphere. So in Starfield's lore, the magnetosphere got like dissolved and wiped out Earth. And apparently, I don't know too much about it, but apparently that is super not true, because it has happened before. and life remained. Like there's like the magnetosphere has a purpose, but it, you know, it's not life or death. I mean, it might be kind of life or death, but it's not going to wipe us all out. Allegedly, is what I've heard. It might. I think it has something to do with protecting against radiation and solar radiation. Like that's a thing that, yeah, I mean that's kind of a thing you have to be aware of. But honestly, it might just mean that we all wear giant cloaks, giant solar-proof cloaks. Which I'm fine with that. Until then, have a good day. Great day even. Chowskis.